The difference between the weak and the powerful is not strength, money, or talent. It's knowledge. And if you don't understand the rules of power, you're already being played. Today, I'm breaking down 15 of the most powerful, manipulative, and strategic laws from the 48 laws of power. Laws that will let you control, command, and outthink anyone. After this, you'll no longer wonder how people rise to power. You'll start rising yourself. If you are always present, always accessible, people will stop valuing you. Your worth only increases when your absence is felt. Think about it. If diamonds were everywhere, would they still be priceless? Of course not. True value lies in scarcity, not in presence. The world only chases what is rare and hard to obtain. That's why you must learn to disappear. Remove yourself from the eyes of the people. And when you return as something so powerful that they are forced to notice. Brands are not available everywhere. Powerful people are not accessible to everyone. They make people crave their presence. Remember, if you are always in front of them, they will ignore you. But if you disappear, they will go mad wondering where you are. And when you return, your value will be 10 times greater than before. Even legends fade when they become too common. But when they disappear and return, they become immortal. This law is so dangerous that if you truly understand it, you can break into anyone's mind. If you're afraid of the truth, leave this video now. The biggest fools are those who believe that friends only exist to support them. But the reality is, the people closest to you can become your greatest weakness. If you want to extract your enemy's deepest secrets straight from his own mouth, make him feel like you're his most loyal friend. During Machiavelli's era, there was a minister who became every king's most trusted friend. The kings trusted him so blindly that they shared their biggest state secrets with him. And then one day, that same minister became their greatest enemy and destroyed their empire. If you want to gather complete information on someone, become a human mirror. Agree with everything they say. Use their language. Adopt their mindset. This will make them believe that you both think the same way. And once they trust you completely, you can manipulate them using their own words against them. The one you call your friend, what if he already knows all your weaknesses? You think he's on your side, but in reality, the world is just a game. And in this game, the one who knows the most wins. You think people will help you because you're a good person? Because you've done something for them? Forget it. In this world, no one helps anyone out of kindness. People only do something when it benefits them. This is Law 13. Appeal to self-interest, never to mercy or gratitude. No one is waiting to help you. If you want something from someone, give them a reason that serves their own interests. When Julius Caesar wanted to take control of Rome, he didn't beg or tell emotional stories. Instead, he offered people power, wealth, and the dream of an unstoppable status. He activated their greed, and when they saw that supporting Caesar would benefit them, the entire Roman Empire bowed at his feet. The world has only 2 types of people. 1, those who beg for help. 2, those who use power to get what they want. Your voice will only be heard when others see a way to profit from you. You think life is about emotions and kindness, but the real world only understands profit and loss. The most dangerous trick is making someone believe you're on their side. People never suspect their enemies, but they always let their guard down for those who seem trustworthy. This is why the most cunning minds wear a mask of generosity and honesty. This is Law 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. People lose sense of danger when they believe the person in front of them is protecting them. This psychological weakness is exactly what powerful leaders, business tycoons, and winners exploit to build their power. Genghis Khan used this strategy when he conquered cities. Instead of immediately destroying them, he spared the people, showered them with gifts and respect, making them believe he was their protector. But the moment they let their guard down, he wiped out entire cities. This is what made him unstoppable. Those who truly understand power use generosity as a weapon, not as a virtue. Because the ones who show real honesty are always the first to be exploited. People will stay loyal to you only as long as they need you. The moment you become unnecessary, you will be discarded. You think you're important because of your value? No, you're only important as long as people can't survive without you. This is Law 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. A king once asked his advisor, "Who is the most successful man?" The advisor laughed and replied, "The one whose absence collapses the entire system, no matter what position he holds." Rome's most cunning minister secured his position for years by never revealing everything to the king. He always kept secrets to himself. One day, the king thought he no longer needed him and removed him from his position. But what happened next? The entire system fell apart. This is the real rule of power. Never let anyone learn to live without you. People should feel your presence as a necessity, not an option. The moment they learn to function without you, you become worthless. Have you ever noticed why a camel is so highly valued in the desert? Because without it, survival is impossible. The same rule applies to power. Make yourself irreplaceable or be replaced. No matter how hard you work, no matter how smart you become, if there's even one flaw in your life, you will never succeed. And the biggest mistake people make? Thinking others will help them succeed. The truth is, most people are the reason for your downfall. The people in your life either lift you up or drag you down. There is no in-between. And if you don't understand this, you will never win. This is Law 10. Avoid the unhappy and the unlucky. There was a man who was the best at everything. He did, but his life was falling apart. His business was failing. His relationships were breaking, his friends betrayed him, and money slipped through his hands like sand, and he couldn't understand. Why was this happening? Then he noticed something. Every problem in his life came from the people around him. He was surrounded by complainers, failures, and negativity, so he made one decision. He started cutting them off, and within 1 year, his life completely changed. The moral of the story is simple. If you want power, eliminate the losers from your life. Failures don't just bring problems, they are a disease. And if you don't remove them, they will infect you too. Never argue with a fool. He will drag you down to his level and defeat you there. True power doesn't come from words, it comes from action. The more you try to explain yourself, the more people will ignore you. Winners don't argue, they end the game. This is Law 9. Win through your actions, never through argument. People who only talk are never taken seriously. Powerful people never explain themselves, they show results. If someone doesn't understand, you don't waste time convincing them, bury them under your success. An argument means you're still in a position where you need to prove yourself. But those who truly hold power never need to prove anything. If you are powerful, do only one thing: win. Make the world acknowledge your name, whether they love you or hate you. And if this makes even a little sense to you, then remember one thing. Actions speak louder than words. If you chase people, you become just another follower. Powerful people never chase. They set the game, and the world follows their rules. The moment you run after someone, you lower your value. But if people can't function without you, you become unstoppable. This is Law 8. Make others come to you. Use bait if necessary. Power belongs to those who know how to control others. If you want something from someone, never chase them. Instead, turn their needs into your weapon. Test their patience, make them desperate for you, and force them to come to you. If you run after people, you will never earn respect. True power lies in making others dance to your rules. Do you want to be an ordinary person or a mastermind? Control them, or be controlled. Now you should understand, power belongs to those who know how to control others. If you've understood this, comment below. I make the rules, I don't follow them. Someone else is making you their slave because you're not using your own mind. Power belongs to those who take credit for the work of others. Those who work tirelessly with everything they have, they're just workers. The ones who make others work for them, they become masters. This is Law 7. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. The more you work, the more the world will use you. Real winners don't work hard, they make others do it for them. You can sweat day and night, but if you don't take credit, you're just a pawn in someone else's game. Only winners get praised. History remembers only the number ones, the ones who take credit. The world forgets those who work hard, but it worships those who steal the spotlight. This is how the world works. Either you make people work for you, or you work for them. Which one will you be? The world only listens to those who command attention. Those who go unnoticed are already dead. If you're not noticed, you don't exist. If you want power, make people obsess over you. Become their entertainment, their addiction, or be erased from their minds forever. This is the core of attention and existence. In life, you have only two choices. Either people remember you, or you fade away like another worthless nobody. If you want to be powerful, force the world to focus on you. Control their emotions, whether it's love or hate, but never be ignored. Even if people hate you, it means you've won, because you're living in their minds. The greatest death is to be ignored. If you want to be remembered, shake the world so hard that it never forgets you, or else you'll become irrelevant forever. Average people live and die unnoticed. What will you do? If you've ever been ignored, comment below. The game has started. If you're someone who demands attention, comment. It's impossible to ignore me. If you ever fall, make sure you rise so strong that no one dares to bring you down again. If someone tries to push you into frustration or humiliation, don't just defend yourself. Destroy them so fiercely in front of everyone that no one ever dares again. People don't remember everything. They only remember what shakes them, and the one who appears the most powerful becomes unforgettable. No one will care about your reality. They'll only judge you by the image you create. In this world, there are only two ways to survive. Either people fear you or you keep falling over and over again. Now the choice is yours. Which path will you take? Your tongue is your greatest weakness. The one who talks too much digs their own grave. The more you expose your plans, your thoughts, and your strategies, the easier it becomes for others to find a way to break you. You might think you're being smart, but powerful people only start taking you seriously when you learn to control your words. This world only remembers those who remain a mystery. Those who expose everything end up as nothing more than pawns. If you feel like you've already talked too much and lost your power, drop a comment. But if you're truly ready to follow this law, don't comment a single word. Just observe. What's the biggest mistake you can make? Telling the world your intentions, what you want, what you're thinking. If people figure that out, they'll either try to stop you or ruin your entire game. The person who reveals their moves becomes predictable. And if you're predictable, you're vulnerable. Your enemies will anticipate your next step before you even take it. But if you always stay one step behind the curtain, you become unstoppable. In history, the smartest people were those who moved in silence, like the Rothschild banking family. They built their wealth by keeping their real strategies hidden. They fed the world false information, manipulated the market, and when the time was right, struck so hard it shook the system. Even Warren Buffett never openly reveals his next market move, because the one who hides their strategy always wins the game. Wise people only show the world what the world wants to see. Their true power stays hidden. And when the time comes, they strike with a move no one saw coming. Power always lives in mystery. The moment it becomes visible, it starts to fade. Your friends often start believing they deserve a share in your success. But an enemy, when he joins your side, tries to prove his loyalty. Even Napoleon once doubted his friends. And those very friends brought down his empire. Julius Caesar's closest friend. Brutus was the one who killed him. An enemy's intentions are clear, but you never know when a friend might betray you. In the game of power, there's no place for emotions. Smart people don't blindly trust friends. They see every person as a tool. They don't just eliminate enemies. They know how to use them in their favor. Sometimes a person who once hated you can become your biggest asset if you change their mindset. But a friend will always be dangerous. A controlled enemy can become your strongest weapon. If you are more intelligent than your boss, never try to prove it in front of them. Understand this clearly. The more you shine, the quicker your career will end, because no powerful person can ever tolerate someone trying to surpass them. This is law number 1. Never outshine the master. People in higher positions often have fragile egos. If you try to display your brilliance in front of them, they will either suppress you or completely remove you. History is filled with such people who got destroyed by their own brightness. Galileo, Nicolas Fouquet, and thousands of others who were removed simply because they tried to shine more than their master. Even if your ideas could change the world, one single mistake can finish you. What do smart people do? They hide their power. They protect egos. And when the time is right, they strike. Now you have to choose, shine or survive.